Hi guys. Forgot to fix my microphone. Let me move it over a little bit. That's better. Move that up a little. How's everyone doing tonight? It's me, Josh, also known as Frogman Forever. It's kind of a rare stream for me today to stream at this time of night. It is February 20th, 2021. Current time 1:40 in the morning. So this is probably the latest I've ever streamed. I guess it's a little bit of restlessness and kind of just wanting to play something. This was one of those projects that was on my mind that I didn't really want to make a thing about this game because I'm no artist, but I wanted to play it, and I do have the game on my Wii emulators, but I don't have a way to play it off those emulators. However, I do have my actual Super Nintendo playing Mario Paint via mouse. Sorry about my camera work. I have the original Super Nintendo mouse, so I thought it'd be fun to play it as it was originally played. The mouse is a little. I mean, it's old, and the movements aren't always super easy to control. But for what it is, and I played around with it a little bit. It works pretty well to this day. So, excuse me. Yeah, I wanted to play a little Mario Paint. I haven't played this game in a long time, and I wanted to take a little tour and just kind of point and click at things. And maybe I'm no artist, so I'm not gonna promise anything really cool or creative, but I think I'll try to stream this for a little while and just cover all the things. I don't know how long it'll take. It might not be a long stream. But yeah, before I begin, one more thing I'll just call out. I did have. It's funny, you know. I'm controlling with a mouse, but I need to use the actual desktop mouse to use the controls here on the computer. So it's funny. It's kind of awkward switching between two different mice, if you will. But anyway, I was gonna call out. I had 2 followers since last stream. I actually visited some streams and had some nice conversation with these individuals, and I know they also stream. So there's one for you, Doomed Prinny. So thank you very much for the follow. So definitely want to give Doomed Prinny, or Prinny, excuse me, a shout out. Katamari Damasi? I'm not sure exactly what that is, but sounds really cool. And then shout out to the next follower, Mr. JRD Raps, who I did get to watch for a little while, very recently. I believe he was last playing Fall Guys. So let me just drop them a shout out. Yeah, Fall Guys. There it is. So thank you guys for the follow. I really appreciate it. All right. So let's point and click and have some fun. Let me change mouse. It's the Super Nintendo one. And I'll have an opportunity to actually increase the mouse speed in a moment, but I have to enter the game. To enter the game, you have to click on Mario, but I'm not going to do that yet because there's a couple features here. This is a really, really neat title cover for the game, because it's interactive. So every letter, if you click it, it'll do something different. When you click the M, you can shrink Mario. I think he'll grow back to regular size in a moment, unless you have to click it again. Excuse me. Well, let's try clicking it again. We'll see what happens. There you go. So you can alternate in between large and small Mario. And then it's pretty cool because if you try to click him, he'll react to it. Or if you're going to approach him, sometimes he'll run away or just tries to run away. I don't know if he actually interacts so much with you or if it's just kind of a loop. It looks like it might just be a loop, but it's funny. You click on the A, I believe this is going to drop on him. And so you just try to time it well, knock him off. There you go. So I think it's pretty funny. I'm not sure what the R does. Oh, it's just silly. I don't know. It sounds like a baby sound or something. Click on the I. Oh. Oh, and that done timed out, but I clicked the R on accident. Sorry. In the interest of not accidentally clicking the R again, I'll just move on over to the O. So that's a little bomb there for you. I've heard somewhere that song is a song of significance to, I guess, one of the... I couldn't tell you who specifically, but I know it's someone important in Nintendo or Nintendo's history. Unless it's actually something else, like something related to Japan or Japanese culture. I could be wrong. I honestly couldn't tell you. I know there's significance to that song, I just don't know the significance, so I'm sorry. I'm sure someone's going to correct me in the comments or whatever. But anyway, click on the P. So it just kind of changes the scene. We're going to see more of these stamps, they call them in the game, to just kind of decorate the scenery. Click on the A. Maybe you have to click on the P first. There you go. Just close it up first. Try this A. Yeah, I got some Yoshi action. There you go. There he goes. Try this I. Kind of makes everything all go squiggly. You just have to click it again. There's your staff if you want to stop and read all the stuff. I guess it makes sense to put the credits somewhere in the title page because this game doesn't have a beginning or an end really. It's just a game. I guess this would be the beginning, but there's no end to it. It goes on forever. You can keep watching or you could turn it off. I'll just turn it off for now. I think that song that I was talking about earlier is called no, actually I don't remember what it is. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. I'm just gonna drop it. So this I guess it just slows down the music. But also it lets you draw. This is always fun. You can just kind of color the background. I remember doing this like all the time when I popped the game on. I would just try to cover every inch of the screen. I think it only lets you go so high though. Like right here is the corner. And you can wrap it around. I used to do the frame first just so I can kind of know my boundaries. And you just fill it up. It's pointless, but it's fun. You know, like, it's very nostalgic, especially during this time. Having, like, home consoles was still relatively new. I mean, I know it wasn't brand new, but, you know, at the time, because it wasn't really internet the way we have it today. It wasn't super convenient to get online if you had a computer. So you'd spend a lot of time outside playing. And sometimes if you had something like Mario Paint, you'd use that to pass some time too. If you felt like being a little creative. Just gonna check something real quick. Yeah. So we're already almost done filling it up, basically. Might as well finish it since we're already almost there. I'm sure I'm gonna miss a little bit of white here or there, little cracks, missed a spot kind of things. But yeah, I mean, there's really no purpose to it, just other than just to be interactive. It's pretty fun. Like, at the time, it was really neat. Oh, and I clicked it on accident, but that's okay. I basically filled it up. You get the idea. Alright, so now we'll click Mario. Now we actually enter the game. Little charming little videos to go with it. So, this is your first screen, and as you can see, you have a nice palette of colors. You can have all your basic colors here. If you click on the little guy in the top right, it'll open up more colors, different variations. Oh, I think I held it too long, but yeah, we missed a row. I can go back. I have more colors, a couple designs and things like that, arrangements. These are the stamps, which we'll see a little bit more later. Of course, you got more stamps, just some variation, little things you can use these to paint the backgrounds too. And I think they even give you a row where you can create your own stamps, which is pretty neat. So, I think I skipped like the third row here. That was it. But anyway, I might have skipped that fourth row too. Either way, you get the idea. You get a nice little palette of colors. This is to kind of rearrange the stamps. So let's say, yeah, let's say you're using, I'll just click the stamp button so you can see it. If you click on this, it'll present the stamp the way it is by default. If you click this, it'll actually change direction, but it doesn't make a difference on this one because the picture itself is symmetrical. Like if you take this one, you see the original design up here, you have the window on the right, but now I have it flipped to the windows on the left. So you can do that. This will obviously make it go upside down, and then this I think just like flips it both ways. I'm not really sure. But anyway, those are the stamps. So yeah, I mean you have like these are your basic tools. You have, you know, a small mark. You can change it any color. I have the house color selected, so it's gonna kind of bleed the house, if you will. I'll just use like a nice light green or something. So you can do the, you know, your basic marker. It's, I mean, I describe it as like a really thin marker, but it is one of those that kind of leaves like a dotted streak. Let me turn that lower so that doesn't interfere so much with the stream. You can switch to like your medium, and that'll make the streak longer. And then of course you have your most thick version, which I tend to favor more when I was younger, because I just kind of sometimes just wanted to fill up a certain area real quick. So anyway, you get the idea. I'm gonna skip the stamp. I'm gonna come back to that. You also have like the spray paint tool. Hi, Tio Mosfrio. Thanks for stopping in. Didn't they make some of the Homestar Runner cartoons in this game? I don't know. Let me look it up. Homestar Runner. I'm not. Let me see. Homestar Runner. I'm looking up. Oh, okay. I don't know. Possibly. That's the first I've heard of it, but yeah, it's possible. It kind of looks like maybe it could. And then Homestar Runner and then .com. Okay, let me see. Let me try that. Not really sure. It's like a website, right? You have to prove it, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it's... Oh, I don't know if I want to add that extension. But yeah, I'll take a look at that later. That's interesting, though, that you point that out. Yeah, I'd be curious to find out myself. But yeah, like, so you have the spray tool, and there you go, using the desktop mouse. I need to be using the the Super Nintendo mouse. I'll probably be doing that on accident from time to time. Yeah, so if you click on like a different little change color, it's like a spray paint, really. It just kind of scatters the color, shotgun style, if you will. Looks pretty cool, you know, when you're trying to go for different ways of putting paint on the canvas. This is like an entirely different section. I don't remember too well. I think it's for like creating lines and things like that. Yeah. So you can basically kind of preview what the line's going to be, and then just release the button, and it'll draw it, and it'll be whatever color you choose. I think the rest of the tools are very similar, just kind of a thicker line. Yeah, you can see the line thicken, just depending on which one you use. Boom. And I think it'll basically follow the same 3 sizes. It's just that you can use that tool to keep the lines nice and straight. This one, we'll change color just to mix it up a little bit. Actually, you know what, let me go ahead and do this. I'll show you this now. It's one of the more fun aspects of the game is erasing the canvas. I'm sure many of you guys have seen this already, but I still think it's pretty fun. I think I'm gonna, you know, it's right here probably. Yeah, so you can click on the eraser and you can just basic erase, you know, little minor things. But let's say you just want to erase the whole canvas. You've got some nice options here, here on the top. Little animations, they make it more fun. I'll probably show you guys a couple of those, but I'll show you all of them. But this is my favorite one. It just kind of like jumbles up the screen. I remember my siblings and I would always joke about, you know, oh, the TV's messing up, oh, and everyone would freak out. And silly things you do when you're younger. But yeah, that's just kind of a fun way to clear the canvas. We can go back into this little section here and play around more with these effects. So this, I'm not really sure what this one does. Oh, okay, it's just kind of like the spray paint, but you know, it'll still carry the line that you set forth. We'll change color. This will probably create a box for you. You can click and hold it, I imagine. I'll draw it out for you. Pretty sure you can... Oh yeah, it's the same principle, probably. Just different thicknesses. Not sure if that's actually a word. Sorry if it's not, but you get the idea. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing this is going to be the same thing. It's just going to be like a spray paint version. Yep. That's pretty cool. You can play around with those shapes and everything. Let's change color. We'll do a red. And you got the circle. I'm just gonna assume these are all the same thing. You just have three different levels of thickness. And then, yeah, I guess this is one more where you can do it, but with the spray paint. It doesn't have to be perfect circles. You can make ovals and everything, just like I did there. Of course, you can always use the dog as your quick edit undo. But if you click it again, it won't keep undoing. It'll just not do anything else. So you can only really make one mistake and then go back and erase it. Otherwise, you're going to have to manually erase things as they are. So then there's the paint. We'll go ahead and use another erase option just to kind of clear it again. I think these are just different eraser sizes. You can get really detailed, or you can just go full on larger square erase. So that's all these ones are up top. This one we can try. So yeah, kind of just fades everything out. Let's go back. We'll check out the paints here. So the thing about the paints is that you basically click it once and he'll just keep painting. If you click it again, then it'll stop. So you can use that. You can make lines, have it just kind of paint over a background or something like that. Like for instance, let me just erase that. I'll just use the dog. Let's say you want to go back to like one of these stamps. Some of these are better for like backgrounds. Like this is a good one for a background. So let's say I want to have some grass with some flowers and I want to put it at the bottom. You know, you can kind of just have it fill up, and then once it fills up the bottom, you can stop it. And then here, you can maybe make a wall. And I want to say it's going to stop once it hits the other color. Yeah, it does. So there you go. You already have kind of like a foreground and a background, or like a wall. You can add things like, well, you don't want to use the paint for this because then it's going to spread of that color. So it's best to switch to the stamp for things like that. But yeah, you can make a little window in the wall or something. You can use these. The stamps are my favorite part of the game, honestly, because I'm no artist, but like the stamps are basically pre-made. Oh, sorry, Tio. I see the nice. Thank you. Yeah, they're like pre-made for you. So like I'm not as good at making them on my own, but it's nice that the game gives you some default options, so you can just try to take your time and connect it as best you can. It might not always be perfect, but you get the idea. You just want to keep it consistent. If you're really into the project, yeah, you can probably take your time with it and make sure everything's nice and symmetrical. I'm just kind of doing a quick little demonstration here for you. Yeah, and then you have a ladder now. You can add like the stamps, other stamps. I'll go ahead and skip that here. We'll just, in the interest of it's Mario Paint, we'll have to include some Mario here. So yeah, you can do like his body there, have him walking along, and you just try to connect it as best you can. You don't want his head all decapitated there. It's kind of leaning forward a bit. I guess it really, as long as it connects, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's your canvas, it's your world, as Bob Ross would say. This is your world, this is your canvas. So do whatever. And then, like, let's say Yoshi. Okay, so let's say Yoshi maybe Mario's facing Yoshi, but you can see naturally Yoshi's facing the other direction, so that'd be a good opportunity to switch it up and just kind of put Yoshi there. And then you can also flip his head. You don't want him. Well, it's already flipped, but yeah, you know what I mean. You don't want an Exorcist style on Yoshi right here. You don't want that. Maybe he's turning around, looking backwards. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, you could just have him connect as best you can. A little less. Yeah, more or less. So there you go. That's just kind of a little scene you can make. You can play around with all the stamps. It's fun. I love the stamps. Like, they're my favorite. I'll probably, when I do a little animation, I'll probably just do the stamps because, like I said, I'm no artist. Alright, so if you go to this one, I'm not really sure what this does. I can't remember. I think it lets you crop. So let's say I just wanted to take this, Mario and Yoshi. I can make a box size. Oh. Oh, you know what? It's like a copy paste. That's what it is. My bad. And I think it's inverted too. So if you just switch it back to regular. So like, let's say you want to add more windows. Or maybe you want to add another set of windows and ladders. Just kind of have it repeat. I'm just giving you an example. Whoop. Okay, well that was not what I meant. I think I let go of the button too soon. I think I have to exit the tool in order to restart it. There you go. You just have to click out and go back in. Let's try that. That works, more or less. And then you basically just decide, okay, where do I want to copy and paste it? Oh, right there. So that's how the tool works. Of course, we can go ahead and erase. We'll try a different eraser this time. I think we did this one already. That was the TV messing up. So we'll try this one here. This one's kind of breaks it up in little bits. That one reminds me of Willy Wonka getting shot in a million pieces or whatever. Mike TV style, you know. So anyway, that's the first menu. There's actually only 2 menus. So kind of explored already the basics of the first of what the game has to offer, the first half. Now there's a couple more things we can do. This will I can't really remember what this does, to be honest with you. But let's click one of these stamps and see what happens. Have a Koopa. Oh, okay. I guess it just like creates a background or like a wallpaper or something. That'd be my best guess. I'm not really sure. But I never really used that tool much, so I don't know. Well, let's do another eraser. So of course you click the bomb to go back. Oh, and by the way, let me actually do this before I erase it. If you go over here, this is in the second menu. You can make the mouse go quicker. Like, I'm going pretty slow here. Rabbit will be a little quicker. You can see I'm moving a little faster now. You got to go with the cheetah though. This is going to be most like what you would experience nowadays. It's a lot more in sync with your actual movement. So yeah, definitely gonna stick with the cheetah there. Also, we can change up the song. There's a couple options. We've been playing, you know, push-up guy music now. Now we're gonna play some electronic monkeys. Are these are they electronic? Or are they I don't remember if they're battery powered or if they have to pull the crank or something, or twist the crank. I'm not really sure. I always spent too much time playing the fly swatting game. Yeah, I'll get there. I'm gonna get there. I think that'll be like one of the last things I do, because that one is fun in and of itself. I don't remember getting too far on that one, but I remember my brother would play that one a lot, and he would get pretty far. So this is kind of a nice, like, chill, more laid-back song option. This is probably the most chill one. But I don't know, like, for me, personally, it's just, like, too slow. And I guess like I would play it like if I was playing this game long enough to where I just needed to change the tempo, like I just needed to change the song, then maybe I'd play it. But it was never my favorite. But I guess to each their own. Of course, you can do this last one where you just turn the music off. And I see now it's like a dog, and it looks like it's wearing a mask or something like that. But um, it just silences the music. Um, I remember this would creep me out though when I was younger, and you just see the dog like just pull its head up, and it just gets quiet. I don't know. It's kind of creepy. So let me switch to the monkeys. Very timely for COVID. Yeah, with the mask, right? I was actually thinking that. It's the perfect little appearance. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we'll stick with the monkeys for now. I think it's pretty chill with the monkeys. All right, so let's go back to the eraser. We'll try another one. So we did this one last. We'll do this one. I love how every single eraser you do just gonna have that honk. Doo-doo. You know, I guess it's like it sounds like a clown. There's probably like a clown in the background just honking that horn. All right, let's go back here. Let's go back to the A section. So this is where you can enter text. It's you know, for the time, for 1992, I think it's a pretty sophisticated program for what it was. You know, obviously it wasn't for the computer, so like you really couldn't print. I mean, at least not to my knowledge. Maybe there's a way, but from what I don't know, it's just like a home kind of computer that only stays at home. But it was a great way to pass time. So we can do letters. Do the F. I think there's also some other options here. Have you ever checked out some of the sequels to this game? No. By sequels would you be referring to like the math one? I don't know if Mario's Missing would count. I have played Mario's Missing. I've even done a Let's Play of that on my very first channel. Like it was like Mario's Time Machine. Which I think is about. I'm pretty sure it's about history. They came out on the 64. The Nintendo 64. If so, I have never seen them. That's cool though. I'll have to look into that now. The disc drive. Oh. Huh. That's cool. Yeah. I'll have to check that out. Let me take a picture of that. Now you got me all curious. I'm going to take a picture so I remember to look at that later. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and post the link. I'd be curious. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then you can switch to like lowercase letters. Oh wait, what were the other options for the letters if you click on the top? Does it change? Okay, it gives you the rest of the alphabet. Okay, so yeah, it just gives you the whole alphabet there. Let's see, we can go change it up. Do the R. Let me actually move this other mouse. It's confusing me. I have both mouse, both little icons on the screen, so. We can do the R for. We can have the numbers. We can use a 0 for the O. Woo. Yeah, I don't know if there are more options. Oh, okay. So you got more characters you can use. That's cool. Nice. I honestly, I don't know the language here. Like, feel free to Tell me if you do. I would assume Japanese, because it's made in Japan. But, I don't know. That's pretty neat, though, that you have the option to do that. Lots of characters and everything. Mario Artist. I'm looking that up real quick. Mario Artist. Okay, if my computer would work. Okay, now, okay, there we go. Nope, not working. I probably hit like a lock or something. Might have hit like a lock. Sorry. Hey, what did I do? Not a number lock. I don't know. Something's up with my computer. That's kind of weird. Now my keypad isn't working. Does it work here? Nope. Did I unplug it? Oh, I don't know. I only speak English and Spanish. Yeah. I wonder if I knocked the keyboard out. Let me make sure the connection's good. That's for that. Let me see. Sorry about that. Oh, there it goes. I think I probably unplugged my keyboard for a moment. And I think I also unplugged my I unplugged my face cam, which I think I can get back up here. Oh, and I messed up the game. Okay, give me. I'll be right back. I'll be right back after these messages. I'm still here, by the way. I don't know what happened to my face cam. Let me manually select it again. That seemed to have done it. Everything's just off, but I'm here. My apologies. As I always say, it wasn't very professional. But then again, I'm no professional. So, yeah, let's see. Let's get this back up. We can get back where we were pretty quickly. So we're already there. We just gotta click on Mario. I thought about playing an ad, but I was like, whatever. Who wants to watch an ad at 2:19 a.m.? Okay, so let's see. We'll go ahead and move it back. I'm just going to change the mouse speed. I'll change the music back too. But that's the thing about the game, like, you don't, unless you're like really working on a project and you didn't get to save it, it's really easy to start back up and get right into it. I think we basically got the gist of this page. This was, I'm not really sure what this is. I guess it just lets you do stamps in different colors. So let's say I wanted to do like a stamp in blue. It'll still do the letter effect, but it'll just limit it to whatever the color is, or whatever the stamp color you use. Like, it's pretty weird. It's cool though, because it gives you a couple other options. I think you guys get the idea behind that one. Alright, now this is a really neat one because it'll let you create a stamp. You could do whatever you want. So, I mean, I'm no artist. Let's see. Like, let's say you just want to do like a little design that you want to repeat. So you can just fill up the squares. And then, I don't know. I'm just messing around. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You kind of count them off a little. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Was that 10? I don't know. Probably off, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can just kind of connect them. I'm not super worried about everything being perfectly symmetrical. You get the idea. You could really do like a bunch of things with this. Like, this is one of the best tools you can use just for like creativity. Just really make, you know, as much as the game will allow you to. It's not like this is a super advanced program, so you are limited for sure on the different things you can do with it. But I think that, you know, in and of itself, especially as a kid, it's a really great game. It sounded like you are playing an original hardware. How are you capturing this? Yeah, I'm recording off my I could show you. I'm more than happy to. I showed at the beginning, but I don't mind showing again because I know that was at the very beginning. I am recording off the OG console. Of course, mine got like, I guess some of the consoles like stain a little bit, so you can see it. That's the original color is kind of just like a more like a light gray. And then I guess just some of the consoles over time, maybe the material kind of makes it turn a little like yellowish and ugly. But yeah, I'm playing on the actual console. I know my desk is a mess. I'm sorry, but I have to really fix that stuff up. So yeah, I'm playing with the original mouse too. Sorry, I know my camera work sucks here, but yep, it's got my actual desktop mouse, then I got my Super Nintendo mouse, and I will mix them up from time to time. Yeah, I'm really happy to still have the original hardware and mouse and everything. I'm lucky to have it. Because honestly, the game, I forgot that the little dog will actually move on his own. But yeah, like the game is probably best played with the original mouse. I think there might be other ways you can play it, but there's nothing like that authentic gaming experience if you can pull that off. I was just gonna finish up the stamp, but we're just about done here. Yeah. No, I if I can stream on the actual console off a capture card, that's my go-to. Like, that's my preference. There's nothing like it, really. Like, there's nothing like the original. But yeah, if I don't have an option, if I don't have the game or any other way to play it, then yeah, I'll have to emulate it or just kind of play off a virtual console or something. I have tried on emulator, but it's not the same. Yeah, I have it. I can even try it afterwards. The Mario Paint on my Wii. It's like an emulator. I have the full library of the Super Nintendo games. I can try it out after this and just see if I can even control it, because I don't even think you can with the classic controller, but I could be wrong. I know there's like also those games that like have the guns too, and I don't know how that works when you're playing on an emulator. Did you ever mod your Super Nintendo? No, actually, no, I haven't. I don't know how to do that, and I don't know that I would either on my original Super Nintendo. I guess if I had a second one, then I would consider that. It is not hard. So when you say mod, are you talking about like, you know, you can kind of update some of the cables, like the cords and everything? So like maybe you can use like an HDMI instead of well, like this one had the composite as an option. A lot of people mod them to play Super Famicom. Oh, okay, yeah, that too. Isn't there also like a trick you can do where like you can cut or replace the back of the cartridge because there's like something to do with the cartridge that prevents you from playing it on vice versa console. But if like you cut off, like I think if you cut off like a certain part of the original American cartridge, that you can play it on the Famicom. I don't know if that could just be baloney I'm making up, or maybe I heard it somewhere from an unreliable source. But yeah, that's really cool stuff. I guess I would consider it, you know. But yeah, it's something worth looking into. So basically, like once you create a stamp, you can just save it, and you're given like a whole row. Was this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 spots. So you can make up to 15 stamps. And then basically you can exit. And if you go to your stamp option in the first menu, you can go click that. It's on the last row. And you can click the stamp you made, and then you can just post it. You know, you can play with the design or whatever. You can arrange it. You can spread it. Whatever you want to use it for. There are 2 tabs on the Super Nintendo that blocks the Super Nintendo from accepting a Super Famicom cartridge. Yeah, I think that's what I had heard about. But if you were to like remove those, you can do it pretty easily with pliers. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you have, but do you have to remove them, or do you just have to replace the back of the? I don't know. I guess you can. Maybe you can do it either way. We'll go ahead and erase this one here. I haven't used these arrows yet, so we'll go ahead and flip them. Just kind of divides and separates them. Not a big deal. Yeah, but it is interesting things like it's an interesting subject, you know, modding consoles. I wish that I knew how to do it more. That'd be really cool. Oh, hi Tori, thank you for the shout out. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tio. I should have thrown you a shout out a long time ago. I believe you stream, right? Right, Tio? Hi, Tori. Yeah, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. I know it's kind of a late stream for me. I don't normally stream this late. Super Nintendo is my favorite console. I'm with you there, 100%. Not yet to the streaming. Well, we still want to give you a shout out for sure. In case you ever do decide to stream, we'll get you some publicity. Planning on streaming soon. Well, we're looking forward to it. The Twitch community has been very good to me so far in my experiences. I don't really expect anything less. So yeah, I hope that it brings you good things too. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. Yeah, Super Nintendo is probably the console. Is the first console I grew up with too. Well, I don't know if it was the first for you, but for me it was, and it is my favorite. I think my second favorite would be GameCube. I mean, I liked N64, but you know, I just like GameCube a little bit more. You never had one growing up? Never had a Super Nintendo or never had a GameCube? I would assume you're talking about GameCube because you said, oh, a Super Nintendo, okay. But it's your favorite regardless. Like, you like the games that it has and everything. But you still play it, right? Like maybe like as an emulator or some other way. SNES Mini, Wii, or the Switch Virtual Console or something else. Go to a friend's house and play it. That was always fun, right? Just kind of comparing game libraries and everything. It's like, oh, what game do you have? I played in the emulator to death. Nice. Now I have a Super Nintendo Mini. Yeah, I have one too. Now that's one that I may seriously consider modding because there's a couple more games that I just gotta have. Gotta have Donkey Kong Country 2. Gotta have. Admittedly, I've never finished the game, but you gotta have like Chrono Trigger. Like you have to. I'm sure there's other games that just on the fly I'm not thinking about, but yeah, you modded yours. Yeah, I think I need to do it. Yeah, Chrono Trigger, man. Definitely. Yeah, if there's gonna be a console that I would prioritize modding, it would be the SNES Mini. So we'll go back to the. There I go again, using the desktop mouse. We'll go back here. Oh, one more thing you can do in this tool. You can actually load a stamp. So let's say you don't, like if you go to these pre-made ones, for instance. Oh, I messed it up already. You could like get Mario, right? And oh, that was an accident. You can always use this tool. So there's a difference between the white and the ones with the X's. The white is for the solid white, and then the X's is just for transparency. But yeah, you can like basically everything that's red, you could just make it green. And I mean, I don't know, you could play with it. I guess I could just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm no artist, so I don't really know the best way to manipulate it to have it make the most sense. But it kind of looks a little more like Luigi if you play with it. Just adjusting the colors, and you can save that as a stamp so that when you go back to your stamp option, which again is the little Luigi symbol, you can take Luigi, stamp it, go back to the other pre-made stamps, and you can do this for any of the stamps. You don't have to do it for this one. Maybe you could have them stand next to each other, and then just kind of adjust it. Of course, you know, you might have to manipulate this stamp to reflect Luigi's outfit, because he wouldn't be wearing red, he would be wearing green. So you can always adjust that stamp, but you get the idea. I can just get their heads right. Whatever, it's gonna be a little off. See, but just by manipulating that stamp, we created Luigi, who isn't a stamp available for us. You also got Legend of Zelda Randomizer on the SNES Mini. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. it is Luigi for sure. For sure. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go ahead and see what else we can do. This is animation, which I'll come back to in a minute. I'm gonna skip that one, but I'm gonna come back to it. Oh, the piano I'm gonna skip for just a second. Now, what's really neat is like you have an option to save the game. Oh, by the way, you can always enter theater mode. I think it just cuts out everything else. So there's a couple more things I want to show. There's animation. There's the piano. There's the save option. And then there's the fly game. So I'll show those 4 more sections. I haven't played any randomizers, no. Zelda would be fun to play, but to be honest with you, I've never finished a Zelda game. I know that's like heresy, right? I always get stuck somewhere when I play Zelda, and then I just don't come back to it. But to be fair, to be fair, I haven't really played a lot of Zelda recently, and it's on my list. I got like a long list of games that I want to play, games I haven't played ever, and games that I haven't played in a while. And I'll probably consider playing Zelda at some point eventually. I guess if I was going to play any of them, I would play Link to the Past. But I have played a little bit of Link to the Past, just not very much. This is something you gotta do on stream. Yeah, man, I'm open to it. I'm definitely open-minded about those games. I love backseating that game. That is the best one. Yeah, I've heard many great things about it. I mean, I've played it a little bit. Yeah, I'll definitely consider it. I mean, I will probably play it eventually, but I'll consider playing it a little sooner than later. But yeah, I forgot what the reason why we brought up Zelda. Oh, the randomizers. So yeah, I've heard good things about the Zelda randomizer. Like Link to the Past. I think I've seen people play it a little bit too. It's my top 5. What are some other good randomizers that you would recommend, aside from like, you know, Zelda ones? Good night, Tori. Thank you. Appreciate you helping me out with that shout out. Have a good night. Super Metroid. Okay. Yeah, that's the other big one. Yeah. I can definitely see that one being a big one. We'll go ahead and clear the canvas again. I'm going to do a little bit of animation here. We'll do that one next. I think I said I was going to skip them, but I think I'll just play them in order. Oh, you know what? I didn't get to do the funny animation. So let's just make a mess on the canvas. We'll try another one here. I think we did this one, so we'll do this one next. Yeah, that kind of blurs it up. I'm playing through Earthbound right now. Okay, that's another game that I played a little bit, but I didn't really get into it. I would get my butt kicked by, like, I think when you get to, like, the first major town, I didn't make it far, obviously. But when you get to, like, the first major town, there's, like, enemies that are really strong. Either that or I'm just, like, not doing enough grinding. But, yeah, I'd get kind of discouraged because I get knocked back pretty far, and then I just, like, lose my patience. I don't really rage quit, but I just kind of, if I don't have, like, I don't know, it's hard for me to put aside a good amount of time just to focus on a game. And that's why I like to stream, because it kind of gives me like I kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because I get to stream, but I also get to play games that I've never played before. So yeah, I'd be more open to it. That is on my list of shame. I have been to the last part multiple times, but not finished. Oh, wow. It's just because of the way it randomizes that makes it challenging, maybe? Oh. So now, we'll head on to the animation. And it gives you a couple options. You can do up to 9 squares. I'll just do like a 4-square animation just to show you. So I have this kind of compartmentalized, and I'm not, like I said, I'm no artist, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use some stamps. So you can have something as simple as like, oh, there's Mario, right? And he's just kind of standing there. I know I always use Mario, but it's just a demonstration, if anything else. Maybe if I ever stream this game again, I'll actually try to do something artistic. But I don't know if it would be super entertaining. But yeah, you can have Mario, he's walking. And then now you have him kind of standing still. Let's see. And obviously the positioning isn't going to be super perfect. It's a very primitive program, so it's not going to be super precise. The last part of Earthbound can be brutal. Yeah, so I've heard. I've seen some footage of that. Like the final boss and everything, or even just leading up to the final boss, looks really tedious. I didn't grind enough before I got there on my last attempt. Yeah, those RPGs. Definitely lots of grinding on those. That's another thing, like, I love RPGs, but, like, I'm not in any rush to really get to one, because I know once I get into one, especially, like, a longer RPG, I'm going to get super invested in it. And it's going to have to take, like, quite a few streams. Probably have to do a lot of things off camera, too, like, in between, like, a lot of grinding. I don't know how, like, people who will stream RPGs, I don't know how they do it. I think you can also use the copy tool, which would be useful here, because then you can just copy Mario, make him look exactly the same. Oh, well, you want to reverse him, if you can. Wait, what happened? What did I do? Did I mess it up? Okay, at least it saved it for me. Let's just, oh, there we go. Put that back. There you go. Just so that you don't have to put them again. I mean, it's not going to be positioned exactly the same. I still love it, though. Nice. Hey, man, as long as, if you love the game, you don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But, yeah. This is, we'll just do one more here. Flip them over. Now Yoshi's out. This is a very, very primitive type of animation I'm going to do here. And this is by no means the animation project you ever want to use. I think that goes without saying. It's probably obvious and completely unnecessary for me to even say that. But, you know, it's still pretty fun. It's got a like an old school like charm to it, you know. Okay, so then we can create a path, right? So this is kind of the order in which the character is going to move. You can have him walk. We can kind of have him come out of frame. I don't know. You just draw like a certain path you want him to take. Like, I'll just show you a basic one. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just clear this and I'll show you the full one. So, like, you can make the path as long as you want. You can have them rotate. This is going to be really silly looking animation because of just the way it is. And then once you have that animation, you click bomb, and then you go to the animation button. And so now you can see the movement. I'm not moving that. It's just based on the path that I made. You can increase the speed or decrease the speed. And we can go really fast. Maybe too fast. It was the most accessible tool in '92. I agree. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning earlier too. It's just definitely, yeah. I mean, for what it was, 1992. I think it's a pretty solid little home thing, little program. If we go back, oh, and you can add music too, and I'll probably come back to this animation screen after we do the music. But yeah, I'll just do like a more basic path, something that looks a little bit more like this particular scene. I didn't like that. Let me try again. I'll try a little bit higher. And then we'll go back up and go back to animation. If you want to put the shade there, and you can just kind of see. It's going a little too quickly, so let's slow the speed down just a little bit. It is very primitive, like, you know, and like I said, you can. It's probably going to work better if you just kind of create your own art. But it's still pretty neat, pretty charming. Yeah, but so charming. It really is. So let's go to the music section so you can see that. We can add music to the scene too. So the music is really cool. If you haven't looked it up, I'm sure maybe you have, Tio. But if you haven't, check out Mario Paint songs on YouTube, or just, you know, Google them, because they'll tell you the whole like the songs, the what do they call them, sheet notes for Mario Paint music, and you can make some really cool things. Of course, you know, because you have like the Mario and they have this kind of sound. And you have the mushrooms. There's like they're your drums. Got the Yoshis. The stars. We can scroll here to advance the sheet music. And then the fire flowers are like trumpets, I guess, or just some kind of horn. The Game Boys. Kind of give it a little more of a digital sound, if you will. The dogs. And the cows. Or if the cows. The cats, excuse me. The cats who make the meows. The cows. Got the pigs. The swans. I guess that's more like the, I don't know, I guess the harsher strings. I'm not really a big music guy either. I love the babies. I think they're like the funniest thing. Like I remember when we were younger, we would purposely like add a baby in the song somewhere just to be stupid. I love how low they get. It almost sounds like inappropriate. And you can do them real high. Pretty cute. I don't know. I like the babies. They're funny. And then the planes. I was going to say. Yeah. Kind of like, I guess this is like your acoustic guitar. Yeah. That's what I was kind of going for. I think, yeah, we read each other loud and clear there. The boats. I mean, it's another form of like percussion. That's what they call it, right? Percussion. But I guess it's more just like maybe the snares. I don't really know. You got the cars, and then one more we have the hearts. I guess that'd be more like electric guitar. And then this is just like end it. You could. I love the sound. Oh. So yeah, and you can just end it, and then like you can increase the speed of the music. So like if we just play it. Hooray! You can have it loop. You play it. I'll fast forward a little so you don't have to hear the... Oh, I guess you can't. And it'll just loop it. Okay, we can stop that. Or you can increase the tempo. Make it faster. You get the idea. And I don't really, because I'm not really a music guy, so I don't really know the difference between these 3/4 and 4/4. I think it has to do with the spacing of the measures and everything. I guess for like different tempos, or like I said, I'm not a music guy. I forget, what does the Koopa do? The Koopa. The Koopa. There's a Koopa? Under tempo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, I think it's a frog, because if you click it, yeah, it looks like turns green. It does look like a Koopa, though. It does have the face of one. Oh, yeah, so, like, if you click on these are these are, like, the default, songs. So you can clear the canvas, and then just click on these. These are permanent. They won't leave the game. And these are fun to listen to, too. I like to put them on loop just because they kind of blend into each other really well. But I won't keep playing it. But here you go. That one probably doesn't loop as well. It has a nice like ending to it. But I really like that feature. Then you have the twinkle twinkle little star kind of thing, which I didn't really care for as much, but I'll play it. Getting sleepy. Twinkle Twinkle ABCs and Baa Baa Black Sheep. Oh yeah. Baa Baa Black Sheep. Yeah, I forgot about that one. This last one's my personal favorite, and I have to keep it on loop. And that one loops better than the other songs do. Well, the Twinkle Twinkle does too. But that one, that one loops better than the Frog one. But I think it's really cool. You can always like take a pre-recorded song and you can manipulate it too. So let's say I wanted to use Fire Flowers instead of Game Boys here. You can literally go over every single Game Boy and change it. Like, let's say you don't like the way it sounds. So we'll go back to, we'll play it from the beginning. You see what I mean? It changes the sound from the digital Game Boy sound to a more like trumpety kind of sound. And that also opens for a little bit of creativity because you can play around with the different little sounds. You can do the babies. We'll just do the babies. I gotta do the babies. Like while I'm in the music section, I might as well. We'll just see how ridiculous it sounds. Alright. Play from the top. You know, it's silly. So that's the music program, and then, you know, obviously you can just clear it and start fresh and do whatever you want. Play around with it. Be a musician. Or even, sometimes it's fun even just to look up. I might even do that on a future stream. Just spend like most of the stream just like creating a song or songs, you know, based off of guidelines and everything. There's some really cool little themes you can make. But anyway, yeah, there's the, I'm gonna go ahead and just select this song. I think it'll play whatever song you most recently played. So if you exit out with a bomb, and you go back into the animation, it'll, oh, that was the wrong one. It'll still, like, save the work you did prior. But now you can press the music button. And you can add music to the scene. Do I play any music? I used to. Back in 2011, 2012, I used to play the bass guitar. I still have it. I'll take it out every once in a while. Let me turn that music off. I'll take it out every once in a while, and I'll just kind of mess around with it a little bit. But that's another thing that, you know, I need to kind of revisit and play. I used to be in a Beatles cover band, so I would play a lot of Beatles music. But I'd also play a couple older things, a little bit of Elvis, a little bit of we played a bunch of things, Beach Boys, Conway Twitty, just like basic, you know, whatever. Temptations, Four Tops, things like that. Some old school music. I sort of still play bass. Hard for me to stay motivated. Yeah, it's more fun to play when you have other people to play with, right? Yeah. The bass is not one of the most, I mean, unless you're really good at it, I feel like it's one of those more like support kind of instruments that's better played with someone else. Play with some drums or play with some guitar or something. Used to play at church, yeah. I used to play a little bit for like school. I went to a private school, so we would have like a little choir and band, and so, every once in a while I would bring the bass out and play some basic riffs. I wasn't very good when I was in high school. I was still learning. Not easy to do over Zoom. Yeah, especially with the syncing issues that might occur and everything. It won't sound exactly. It's not the same. I know what you mean. So that covers the animation and basically the music sections too. What's really cool is, let's say you like your animation and you want to save it. You can do that here. Now this is going to be kind of a trip because of how long it actually takes to save the game. If you hit start, like, you basically just sit here and wait for that counter to go down. And it's saving anything that you drew, anything that you've animated, and any music that you've created. Whatever the most recent song on your music palette is, whether it's something that was just one of the default songs from the game or something that you were creating, yeah, it'll save that song for you. I'll just let it finish. But, you know, as a kid, you're just kind of sitting there, like, waiting. Like, it's a lot of load time. I guess it has gone by a little quicker than I remember, but still, you know, time is, I guess, relevant to your age. And I remember I'd be like, I gotta save it again. Okay, I gotta wait. That actually didn't take too bad. It didn't take too long. So, let's say I turn the game off and I turn it back on. It should have saved it, assuming I did everything properly. Because it won't save everything automatically. Mario Paint. You go back over to the robot. This is like the next day. And you go to load. And then you start it. And I think the loading process is actually quicker than the saving process. Like, look how fast that was. And then you exit. And you go back. If you go back to the animation, it saved your work. And it saved the song that you had most recently set up. So it worked. That's how saving worked in the game. But it's, you know, it's so, because it's older, you can only save one animation, one palette, one song at a time. So if you want to change the song, you know, you'll have to save it again, or however you want to do it. But for what it was, it's very impressive. I know a lot of people would save to VHS tape too. Oh, like they would record off the TV. That's cool. Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably how some of those older videos, how they would record it. They'd record it off the VHS player. And then probably from the VHS, I know you can convert it to like DVD or maybe even digital file directly. So that makes sense. That's probably how people get like a bunch of those files saved. If you go back to the save, there's also an option here. It's kind of hidden because it's in the save and load section, but there's the coloring book. The Homestar cartoon was on VHS for sure. Oh, okay. So you have a couple default options for coloring. You have the Mario and Yoshi. You got some animals. And a happy birthday. Oh, and then you have the underwater, the fish. That one's pretty cool too. But basically you just pick one and like you decide which one you want. So I could do like Mario and Yoshi. I'll just stick to the Mario Yoshi theme that I got going on here. And we'll want to use the paint brush for this because it'll work around the lines. So you can let's make it a purple Yoshi. I always do the green Yoshi. And then don't forget to color his arm. And yeah, I guess they'd be white under. I think they're white under, right? They're not like a beige. No. I think they're white. I spent a lot of time in the coloring book. Oh, you found a link for it? Let me see. I see three stars. I don't know if that's like a sensor or something, or if that's you trying to post the link. But yeah, you can color it. We'll make this an extra life instead of a regular mushroom. And you have, of course, the I think these are light blue in the background. It might be dark blue. I can't remember. But probably both. Or it's probably a different shade of blue. And of course you got like the bushes. I think this is grass. I mean, I don't really know. And this will probably be like, I don't know, brown maybe. We'll give him some brown shoes. I think he has, we'll give Mario some brown shoes too. Yellow. And by the way, when you're messing around with the mouse, you have to like so I want to get in this little line here, so you have to put like the corner there in order for it to paint. It's kind of weird because you would think like, okay, let me paint in the center of the brush, but that's not how it works. Just paint that yellow. This can be like, I don't know. Well, let me make this in yellow. I forgot Yoshi's other shoe. I'll just color this because it won't take long. I'm already like almost done. We'll just make it like a, I don't know. We'll just have like an orange background. I know that doesn't really make sense, but hey, it could be like a sunset. You can have fun and be creative, mix it up a little. We'll have obviously. Oh, how about we make it Super Luigi? We'll stick with Mario. Okay, and you can make his cape yellow. Maybe have this be black just for the shadow. And you have like the blue for the suspenders. Guess that'd be that too. And then, you know, he wears red, so we'll give him a red shirt. Guess we can fill that in. Oh, the Nightbot censored you. I'm sorry if it censored you. I thought I had the links. Well, maybe I have it set that way. Look, I can allow you though. Shouldn't take long. If I do these, I'm gonna enable it for a moment, so you can go ahead and post the link if you'd like, if you want to try it again. We'll see if it works. Maybe it's just not working for some reason. I did okay links. Maybe I forgot to do something. Options. Okay, I think I know what I did wrong. Try it now. We'll see if it. We'll see if it works this time. I think I forgot to switch one more thing. Still nothing. Okay, well that's something I'll have to look into between streams. I'm sorry about that. I had it off because you know how it is. You don't want to have like a lot of links spamming and everything, but I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong, why it's not letting you post it. But sorry about that. I'll see if I can look into that between streams. But I appreciate if you wanna drop me a whisper, for the link. I can certainly look at that. I appreciate you doing that, by the way. So we'll drop this. I don't really know what color he has in the back. I'll just put red. And maybe it's like, I don't really know what it is. But anyway, it looks pretty cool. You get the idea. Just about done. I guess I'll just put that there. Yeah, there you go. So that's the picture. And you know, it's pretty fun to do, especially when you're a kid. You can definitely spend plenty of time doing that. I know you said, Tio, that you did this. You spent a lot of time on the coloring book, even. I remember I did the same. Yeah, there's a lot of cool little pictures. If you're proud of your work, you can save it. I'll just go ahead and erase it here. But yeah, you get the idea. So, oh, let me close that. What's the next one? This one? What is this? I can't remember. Okay, just like a fade out. I want to say this one's just like a quick pop. It's like nothing special. It's almost like the dog. And then the last one is the rocket. So I'll see if I can show you guys those before. So that covers all of these links. And then we already looked at these earlier. This is, of course, the song. I can change it. I forgot to change it earlier for the monkeys. But yeah, and then the mouse speed. That'll help too. I did turn off the game, so I forgot to set all that stuff. So now I can move a lot quicker. This is just, again, theater mode. And then we got one more mode here. The fly swatter game. Okay, so you sent the links. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, I'll take a look at that stuff. That's all interesting to me. So this, well, let me just show you these last two erasers before I forget, and then I'll jump right into the mouse or the fly swatting game. I'm really just gonna color whatever. So you can go here, click this one. It's like a dog, really. I mean, you can just undo. And then lastly, we have the rocket ship. So yeah, pretty neat stuff. So the last thing I think I'll do, the stream length turned out to be pretty much what I expected, to kind of go through everything. I'm sorry if I forgot anything, but I think I covered all the basics for the game. So the last thing is this fly swatter game, which I know you mentioned you also played, Tio. Yeah, this one has quite a few rounds. I used to watch my brother play it, and he'd get frustrated playing it too. I think it's best to play with the cheetah speed setting. I could probably make it past the first round, but I'm not going to make any promises about the second round. So here we go. It's a very different kind of thing going on here. But you just basically swat at flies. It's like a point and click kind of thing. Very interactive. It's a fun little mini game that they threw in there. It like really seems out of place. I always thought it was funny that they used like the coffee cup to do the little bonus game. I don't know if that, I guess because maybe like you start off in like the kitchen, for instance. Oh, I didn't mean to get hit by that guy so early. But I guess maybe you start off like in the kitchen where you would maybe be trying to make yourself coffee, and then all of a sudden you got these bugs flying around. It's like, I'm just trying to enjoy my cup of coffee in the morning. I forgot to call the exterminator here, and now we're dealing with the consequences. Oh, actually, I don't ever remember, to my recollection, getting hit by one of those bombs. So, that's the first. I probably did when I was younger, and I just don't remember. But I remember the bombs part was like the easiest part. Now you got these dudes. And these dudes aren't too bad either, but they will explode after so much time. Shoot out projectiles in like 4 different directions. And of course the little... Oh, I almost got hit there. The little hand... Oh, I ran right into that guy. There was no excuse for me to not get hit by both. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Try not to die here. Probably just sounds like I'm just word vomiting or whatever. Alright, now we have the boss. And you don't want to hit the flame on the bottom of his body. That's going to take a hit automatically. When he shoots the projectiles, you back up. Just wait for him to shoot him. Try to sneak around. Oh, and I ran right into that one. When he changes color, it means that you've gotten closer to beating him. So I might die here, actually, if I get this part. Oh no, we got him. Okay. It's tough, especially on this old school mouse. You know, get it on the camera. There you go. So, yeah, that one's fun. You can play, I think, through a couple levels. The music changes and kind of the appearance too. I think if you beat, I want to say there's like 3 or 4 stages or something like that. And if you beat them, you get a little star. It'll just kind of appear somewhere in the corner, just to kind of notate you've completed the game once. It's kind of like New Game Plus, because it'll just reset back to the first level. I want to say after like at least 3 levels, maybe 4. But yeah, just kind of like New Game Plus, and then you just play the same game over and over. It's like a marathon, you know? Like, how far can I get? These guys are going to mess me up big time. Yeah, I'm not very good at it. Yeah, but you get the idea. It is one of those things that was just kind of thrown in there that it seemed like a little out of place. Did you ever play this in the Super Mario Maker? No, I haven't. I actually, it's funny, I own Super Mario Maker, and I streamed it like a week ago. And let me exit out of here. You have to right-click and actually in order to activate the menu. I think it's the only time you have to right-click in the game. Yeah, I own Super Mario Maker 2, and I think I streamed it sometime last week, but I need to play it more. There's like a lot of mechanics in that game that I'm not too familiar with, so you have to try it out. I would like to stream it more often, though. Yeah, it's a nice little bonus addition to the game. It's in Super Mario Maker 1. Oh, okay. Did they have like the actual game or like a modern variation of it? Oh, it's actually in there. That's cool. I didn't know that. I guess I didn't explore the first game well enough to know that. Okay, well, hey, the more you know. Nice throwback. Yeah, that is a really neat little thing they did there. So that's Mario Paint. Yeah, it's kind of rare for me to stream at this time. And I didn't want to play anything that was gonna be too overwhelming for me at this time where I really should be asleep. But you know, I was feeling restless, and I've been wanting to stream this game. I've been wanting to play it. It's been such a long time. It's been a couple years, quite a few years actually, since I popped this one in. But it's fun. I guess in the same kind of category of games, I may play Super Mario, or Mario is Missing at some point. That's a nice educational game for you. But I'd probably do that at a time like this, a real late night chill stream, if the opportunity ever came up again. But yeah, well, I appreciate you you coming in, Tio Most Frio, and anyone else who tuned in, anyone lurking, anyone who yeah, just kind of comes across this stream either now or who kind of will come across it later on. I do archive all my streams, both here on Twitch and also on YouTube. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I guess we can drop in on someone else if I can see someone else streaming. But otherwise, much appreciated. Let's see if anyone's on. We have a couple people on. But you know what? I'm gonna just I'm just gonna pass it over to Bob Ross because he's streaming all weekend, and since we're looking at art here, we'll just kind of transition to a more sophisticated form of art since we're feeling artsy right now. So I'm just gonna raid it over to Bob Ross. We're gonna raid Bob Ross. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been fun. It's been different, been interesting. But I really appreciate it, and I'll be seeing you guys. Okay, actually it's not letting me raid, so well, let's just pop in on someone else. Who else is in? There's Resident Evil 3. Some Fall Guys. Genshin Impact. Ghost Runner. Anything sound good to you? Dude, well, thank you, man. I appreciate, yeah, I appreciate you spending so much quality time with little old me. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to your streams, too. I think I'm following you. If I'm not, I'll make sure I do that. Let me double check. I think I am. I'm looking you up, but nothing's popping up. Probably not looking in the... Oh, you know what? I think you did message me. There you are. Trying to... I think I do follow you. If not, I'll make sure I do it. Well, I'm trying now. I'm just kind of trying to close this. Why won't it close? What am I doing? Anyway, who else is on? I'm glad you had fun. I think I want to do a throwback Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Nice. I got Turtles in Time. That's basically it. Are you gonna play any of the any of the classic Nintendo ones? It's all good. I'm just trying to meet more of the community. Oh, thanks, man. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. You stopping in. Let me. There's a new fan-made game. Oh. I have to check that out too. Anything Ninja Turtles is fine by me. Actually, I think it will let me raid Bob Ross. Maybe it just wasn't working. No, it won't. Never mind. Okay, let's. Sorry. I guess I'll just pass it over to. There's Drew Bagel. Oh wait, actually, I think I saw someone else. Hold on. It's like funny because like it won't tell you everyone that's currently streaming. How about 2Razor? Let's try 2Razor 7. I've never raided that individual. It's a small raid. It's a late night raid, but every little bit helps. Oh yeah, Bob Ross might not accept raids. Let me just switch it. I'm normally quicker about this, but as you can see, my late night brain doesn't work as well. 2Razor 7, there it is. Well, if you're still here with me, Tio, maybe we'll we'll surprise 2 Razor 7 at 3:25 in the morning, at least my time, and we'll raid him with as much ferocity as we can. But otherwise, you guys have yourself a fine evening, and thanks again. We'll see you next time. We'll raid, and I think it should start actually in a couple seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Let's raid.